Today I want to talk about my absolute hardest rules for food tracking. And if you aren't tracking liquid calories, cooking oils, or weekend bites, you aren't actually in a deficit. And let us just be completely honest with each other for a minute, because you are probably working way too hard to be seeing absolutely zero results on the scale. You think you're doing everything perfectly, eating clean from Monday to Friday, but that digital display in your bathroom stubbornly refuses to budge. And the harsh reality is that the universe does not care about your good intentions or your effort or how healthy you think your grocery cart looks. Fat loss is governed by the cold, unfeeling laws of thermodynamics, and your body keeps a meticulous receipt of every single thing you swallow. And the biggest lie we tell ourselves during a transformation is that a tiny splash of olive oil in the pan or a random handful of nuts does not count. You pour a generous glug of oil into the skillet without measuring it, assuming it's just a healthy fat that magically vanishes during the cooking process. And that single unmeasured splash can easily add 200 hidden calories to a meal that you logged as a perfectly clean, low-calorie dinner. And then you grab a couple of potato chips from your partner's plate, taste a spoonful of the pasta sauce while cooking, and completely forget it ever happened. Your brain deletes those tiny food interactions because admitting them means acknowledging that you are actively blowing past your daily energy budget. And by the time Sunday evening rolls around, you have accumulated an extra 1,000 calories of unlocked scraps that completely wiped out your entire weekly deficit. And this is exactly why you find yourself trapped in a frustrating weight loss plateau, feeling deeply defeated while claiming your metabolism is broken. Your internal machinery is not broken in the most cases. Mine was for 7 years, but now I don't have that excuse anymore. It's not the internal machinery. Your data collection is just completely filled with gaps, and it's filled with wishful thinking and outright mathematical fiction. If you want to stop spinning your wheels and finally see real changes, you have to adopt a policy of absolute brutal transparency with your food log. And my number one non-negotiable rule is that if a substance passes through your teeth and enters your body, it must be recorded with digital precision. You don't have to do this for the rest of your life, but only until you know all of that just from thinking about it. But it also means that fancy morning coffee with a heavy splash of oat milk and the pump of flavored syrup needs to be broken down into its raw numbers. Liquid energy is the ultimate silent killer of progress because it does absolutely nothing to trigger your satiety signals. Non-native speaker here. But it's doing it still passive, packing a massive calorie punch. And you drink down a massive iced latte, think of it merely as a refreshing beverage, and completely ignore the fact that it holds the energy equivalent of a full meal. And the same rule applies to sauces, condiments, dressings, and those innocent-looking dollops of mayonnaise or ketchup on the side of your plate. If you are just guessing the portion sizes by looking at them, you are playing Russian roulette with your physical goals and wasting your precious time. Our human perception of portion sizes is really notoriously terrible, especially when we are hungry and trying to justify a slightly larger plate of food. You look at a scoop of peanut butter and log it as a tablespoon, when in reality you just scooped up a massive 70-gram mountain of calorie-dense fuel. The digital food scale needs to become your absolute best friend and the most used tool in your kitchen, sitting right next to your stove every single day. Because weighing your food is not an obsessive, disordered behavior. It's simply gathering accurate data so you can make informed decisions about your health. You would never manage your bank account by just guessing how much money you spend at the grocery store, so stop managing your physical body that way. And the weekend is where most people completely destroy their hard work because they treat Saturday and Sunday like a lawless zone where thermodynamics does not apply. You stay perfectly on track for 5 days straight, but then you lose your mind over the weekend with unlocked social meals, alcoholic drinks, and casual snacks. Your body does not reset its internal ledger at midnight on Friday, and it certainly does not care that it is a special social occasion or a cheat day. So stop viewing your food tracking application as a strict judge that is waiting to punish you for making a bad or comforting nutritional choice. Look at it instead as a neutral dashboard of a vehicle, telling you exactly how much fuel is left in the tank so you can reach your destination safely. Commit to the scale, track the oils, count the drinks, log the weekend bites, and watch how quickly your stubborn plateau completely vanishes into thin air. And that does not mean that you forbid anything. Don't go to parties. Today, when I'm filming this, is one of those examples. There will be a big party on our Borough Square because it was completely redone. It's brand new and it's the official opening today. And of course, there's a barbecue. I will have some of that. But I will just track it. That's it.